What if I told you that wisdom isn't some mystical gift reserved for ancient philosophers or gurus on mountaintops? What if it's actually a skill, a set of principles you can learn and apply to make your life dramatically better? Today, we're diving deep into the laws of wisdom, timeless rules that can help you navigate challenges, make smarter decisions, and find a deeper sense of fulfillment. This isn't about memorizing quotes. It's about upgrading your entire operating system for life. Let's start with the first and perhaps most fundamental law. Understand what you can and cannot control. This idea, central to Stoic philosophy, is a game changer. Think about it. How much energy do we waste worrying about things completely outside our influence? The weather, the traffic, what other people think of us. It's like trying to steer a ship by yelling at the wind. The wise person focuses their energy where it matters, on their own actions, their own reactions, their own mindset. When you get stuck in a traffic jam, you can't magically clear the road. But you can control whether you spend that time fuming and stressing, or listening to a podcast, calling a friend, or simply enjoying a moment of quiet. Differentiating between the two, what's in your control and what isn't, is the first step toward inner peace and effective action. It's about trading frustration for freedom. The second law of wisdom is to seek understanding before seeking to be understood. In our world of constant chatter and hot takes, everyone is desperate to get their point across. We interrupt, we formulate our rebuttal while the other person is still talking, and we listen only to reply. The wise approach is the opposite. It's to listen with genuine curiosity. Ask questions. Try to see the world from the other person's perspective, even if you disagree with them. This doesn't mean you have to abandon your own beliefs. It means you're building a bridge of empathy. When you truly understand someone else's position, your own arguments become more nuanced, more persuasive, and you open the door to genuine connection and collaboration. This single shift can transform your relationships, from your family to your workplace. Practice being the last to speak in a conversation. You'll be amazed at what you learn. Now for our third law. Embrace the principle of "this too shall pass." This isn't a statement of pessimism. It's a profound recognition of the impermanent nature of everything. When you're on top of the world, enjoying success and happiness, this principle reminds you to stay humble and appreciate the moment, because it won't last forever. And more importantly, when you're in the depths of despair, facing failure or heartbreak, it serves as a beacon of hope. The pain, the struggle, the difficult situation, this too shall pass. It provides perspective, preventing you from getting too carried away by your highs or completely crushed by your lows. It fosters resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, which is a cornerstone of a wise and well-lived life. It's your emotional anchor in the stormy seas of existence. Let's move on to the fourth law. Know thyself. The ancient Greek aphorism is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Wisdom begins with self-awareness. You need to understand your own strengths, your weaknesses, your biases, your triggers, and your values. What makes you tick? What are your non-negotiables? Without this inner clarity, you're just reacting to the world around you, being pulled in a million different directions by other people's expectations and desires. Take time for introspection. Journaling, meditation, or even just quiet walks can be powerful tools for self-discovery. When you know who you are and what you stand for, making decisions becomes infinitely easier. You're no longer guessing. You're navigating with an internal compass that points toward your authentic self. This is the foundation upon which all other wisdom is built. The fifth law of wisdom is a practical one. Actions speak louder than words. You can read every philosophy book, watch every motivational video, and have the most brilliant insights, but if they don't translate into action, they are meaningless. Wisdom isn't just about knowing. It's about doing. It's about embodying the principles you claim to believe. If you value kindness, be kind. If you value discipline, be disciplined. The world doesn't reward you for your intentions. It rewards you for your results. A small, consistent action is infinitely more powerful than a grand, unexecuted plan. Stop talking about the person you want to become and start taking the small, daily steps to become that person. Integrity is the alignment of your thoughts, words, and actions. That alignment is where true wisdom resides. This brings us to our sixth law. The obstacle is the way. This is another powerful concept from Stoicism. We tend to see problems as things that get in the way of our life. A difficult project at work, a conflict with a loved one, a personal failure. We think life would be so much better if these things just disappeared. But the wise person sees these obstacles differently. They see them not as roadblocks, but as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow stronger, to develop new skills, and to practice virtue. The challenge you're facing is the perfect training ground for the person you want to be. The difficult conversation is a chance to practice patience and empathy. The failed project is a lesson in resilience and strategy. When you reframe obstacles as part of the path, instead of in the way of the path, you become unstoppable. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Our seventh law might sound simple, but it's incredibly profound. Choose your companions wisely. The people you spend the most time with have an enormous influence on your mindset, your habits, and your aspirations. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with negative, cynical, and uninspired people, their energy will inevitably drag you down. But if you surround yourself with people who are positive, supportive, ambitious, and wise, they will lift you up. They will challenge you to be better and inspire you to reach for your potential. This isn't about being elitist or cutting people off carelessly. It's about consciously curating your social environment. Seek out mentors, friends, and partners who embody the qualities you admire. Your social circle is your personal board of directors. Choose them well. Next up, the eighth law. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. We live in a culture of instant gratification. We want success, happiness, and fulfillment, and we want it now. This impatience is a source of immense anxiety and frustration. Wisdom is understanding that anything worthwhile takes time. Building a career, nurturing a relationship, mastering a skill, achieving financial freedom, these are long-term games. They require patience, persistence, and a focus on consistent effort over a long period. The wise person doesn't get discouraged by slow progress. They celebrate the small wins, they learn from their setbacks, and they trust the process of compounding effort. They understand that sustainable success is built brick by brick, day by day, not in a single heroic leap. So, slow down, be patient with yourself, and enjoy the journey. The ninth law of wisdom is to be a lifelong learner. The moment you think you know it all is the moment you stop growing. The world is constantly changing, and there is an infinite amount of knowledge and experience to be gained. The wise person maintains a state of beginner's mind. They are always curious, always asking questions, and always open to new ideas. They read widely, they travel, they listen to people with different perspectives, and they are not afraid to admit when they don't know something. They see learning not as a chore to be completed in school, but as a lifelong adventure. This intellectual humility is the key to continuous growth and adaptation. In a world that changes as fast as ours does, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is not just a path to wisdom, it's a survival skill. Finally, our 10th law, practice gratitude. It's so easy to focus on what's wrong in our lives, the things we don't have, the goals we haven't achieved, the problems we face. Gratitude is the conscious act of shifting your focus to what's right. It's about appreciating the good things you already have, no matter how small they may seem. Your health, your relationships, a sunny day, a good meal. Practicing gratitude is like a workout for your brain. It rewires your neural pathways to notice the positive, which dramatically improves your overall happiness and resilience. It's not about ignoring your problems, but about balancing your perspective. When you come from a place of gratitude, you approach challenges with a more positive and resourceful mindset. It is the simplest, yet one of the most powerful, laws of wisdom. So there you have it, 10 laws of wisdom that can fundamentally change the way you experience life. Control what you can, understand others, remember that this too shall pass, know yourself, act on your knowledge. See obstacles as the way, choose your companions wisely, play the long game, be a lifelong learner, and practice gratitude. These aren't just nice ideas. They are practical strategies. Pick one that resonates with you and start applying it today. The journey to wisdom isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about the conscious, daily practice of living a better, more thoughtful life. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If you found value in this, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a wiser, more fulfilling life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which law of wisdom are you going to focus on this week? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.